the unfiltered, you can do 1.8. Yeah, the Canadian smog is back in town. So that's great news. At least here, not in Queens, the skies are blue. Hopefully this thing can catch just the dynamic range. Maybe not, maybe yes, I have no idea. Let's see if it does. So we are at York Street and J. Tons of construction down J Street. Not at the moment. But if you go into the cross streets, there are tons of construction. I don't know if you can hear me over the bridge, but yeah. I think that's the Brooklyn Bridge. I think. Most likely it is. It is. Just kidding. Oh yeah. I guess I'll just leave this at 1.8. The shutter speed is at 125 right now. I'm not looking for perfect motion blur. Who cares? Not me. But yes, just walking down. I like this one. This one is pretty nice. Oh, that's the Williamsburg. Is it the Williamsburg? I don't know. But it's definitely not a Brooklyn Bridge. My mistake. That's correct. Finally got a day off. Well, not a day off, but Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, which is 4th of July. Thank for that. Going to catch some fireworks. State Park. Let's see how that works out. Almost missed the fire. Well, I did miss the fireworks just yesterday at Astoria Park. As soon as I got there, got 1 minute, but I did get the crowds cheering. Oh, well, I didn't get the crowds cheering, but I did get tapes of it, so that was fun. Right? It's like it was the right place at the right time. I had to head back. I did take the DJI footage of the ride from home to the park, but no light at all. So I looked at the footage, didn't put them in the premiere you'll see today at 12. Couldn't put it in. The image was horrible. Shutter speed was at, I think, 120. Oh no, the shutter speed was at 25, and I don't think you get rock steady, or rock steady is not affected if your shutter speed is so low. I see it bounce around, but I had some good commentary off the camera mic. I'm going to switch it over to the Rode Wireless. I'm going to be using that to capture audio from the DJI action, because the audio, the commentary wasn't very clear, unlike this. But with this I have to increase the input gain to 26. That is almost at the top end of it. I think flip. Oh well, it's the highest you can go with this thing is 30. This is just this thing design. This thing is great. Play around with it, it's great. As I keep saying, it was either made for the ZV-E10 or the ZV-1. Amazing. I don't need digital stabilization, because with digital stabilization it just crops right in. let's get on the street. Let's see if it captures. There that is. Let's take a video. Why not? Tourists. We need tourists in the city. For all the restaurants and all the workers. It's an income source for the city. Since, as we all know, it's losing tons of money. And you need to get revenue from them somehow. You cannot just increase taxes all the time. Increase taxes. Sale tax is at 9, right? What else? I know people complain about taxes. Europeans paying taxes. But if you look at the deductions and everything else that comes out of our paychecks, it is quite high. It is up there. There you go. Better to walk in the middle of the street than on the sidewalk, especially in this area. Because everyone knows.
Thank you.
Everyone's taking some pictures and videos. Yeah. Other than the smog, hopefully it clears up. That's alright. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna clear up anytime soon. Smog is there, but the skies are blue enough to check the dynamic range on this thing. There goes the trains again. Oh, let me walk down this way and come back up. I'm gonna come back up from J Street. It's a nice view of the waterfront from there. Not bad at all. It is a Friday, well not early morning, late morning, almost afternoon, 11:30. The weatherman said, or the app said, it's supposed to be around 82 by 2 p.m. But yeah, with shorts on, it doesn't feel that hot. But I don't like to be in the sun for too long. I do overheat. So with this setup, with the ZV-1 and the Zhiyun and the backpack that I have, I am able to put in a water bottle, which I couldn't with the, which I could maybe squeeze it in, but I don't feel comfortable. Heavy item just rattling around in a backpack, especially with water in it. The ZVE1, great. I don't know why people complain about it. I haven't run into issues, but what it is designed for is to be put in a backpack and just taken everywhere. Like yesterday, I was in Astoria, Broadway Avenue. They told me there were fireworks in Astoria Park. 15 minutes later, I put it in a backpack and I'm there on my bike. Almost made it in time, but it is what it is. You gotta roll with the flow. I was too busy complaining about, yeah, so these are the streets, these are the shots. Well, let me go all the way down. Yeah, I was too busy complaining about those t-shirts. Put that on a t-shirt. You know what, they should just have lines, my friends. They make me laugh all the time. Yeah. Too bad they're camera shy. It's like most people. Most people are camera shy. I don't go running up to them and take videos of it. No, I didn't do that. But if you ask me not to put or include your face in the picture, just walk away. I don't know why you have to get in front of the camera and starts saying I don't want my picture in a public area, just like walking the street. I haven't had anyone do that before, but when I review my videos, man, people in the background are having fun. I like that. I like that. And put in peace signs. Gonna get with the flow. but the screen on this thing is a little too tiny for me to actually see what's going on in the background, right? Like the details. But if you watch it on a bigger screen, on a TV, where I watch most of my YouTube videos, those details are much more clear. Yeah, this thing I can just walk around with this. It's so light. 18 millimeters. Great. Yeah, I just watched this morning. Camera conspiracies. Complaining about this camera compared to the original ZV-1. Maybe he has some valid points. I don't know what those exact valid points are, so I'm not going to disagree with him or agree with him. But for me, it works wonders, especially with the Zhiyun M2s. Let's see. The dynamic range holds up. According to this, it's clipping, but it's important to keep your face exposed properly. So that is what this thing is programmed to do. This is to expose for the face. Unfortunately, Gerald London said this thing has 11 stops of dynamic range. Let's see what happens when we get it back. It's still a 500 shutter speed, right? Yeah. Let's see if we can get that creamy bokeh. For this, you really don't want to be at 20, 50 roll. You want to be, but you really can't. They're just a pain in the butt. You always keep changing shutter speed. Yeah, exactly. It's a nice day except for the smog.
Yes.
Yeah, this is great, right? We see a lot of people just come over from all over the world,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Exactly. I come here, live in Queens, 30-minute ride, so not bad.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, exactly. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Choppers. So yeah, this thing is warning me that the background is overexposed. I'm sorry. I won't be able to get those clear blue skies as I would with the full frame of the APC Sony lineup cameras. The E10 has that problem, the color shift problem. And the ZV-1 is a great thing, but I won't be able to walk with it. Yeah, I will be sweating, but I won't be able to walk with it for hours like with this. I can just swap hands. Yesterday I was walking with a ZV-1 when I got back home. That was what, for like 20 minutes? When I got back home this morning, my arms were not sore, but they were telling me that they're not used to carrying such a heavy thing up this high for that long, right? So that's a problem. Great view. I guess it's low tide right now. Yeah, you get some waves once in a while when the ferries move along, especially with big boats. Big boats. Oh, this is another. Yes. I feel mornings are the best time to do these things. Light isn't harsh. and I like the morning light, especially facing the city as you just saw. The whole city skyscape is lit up. To come in evening, the sun will be right in front of me in this direction, and you'll be lit up pretty well. But the skyline won't be. It'll be in the shadow. And I have to raise the shadows, increases noise, which is not ideal. Especially if you're doing this. Because you have to raise exposure. You have to raise exposure and lower the shadows. Not ideal. People do. Why have I put it up there? I don't know. Oh, I know why. Because they wanted the grass to grow. The last time I was here, it was barren. So, I guess it's good. Right? Grass is back. But I like the view from here. The view is great. Get the noise of the train. You know, that's what cities are. Noisy. That's part of being in a city. Can't really complain about it. If you like quiet, I would suggest moving to Kansas or Ohio. Or maybe upstate New York, where there are more cows than people. I think cows get to vote in Oneida County. So many of them. Yeah. Even with the smog, not bad. Not bad at all. I did go to the store, the grocery, to get some bread and egg, right? I looked at this guy and I'm like, oh man, once I'm out here, it ain't that bad. Not that bad at all. Especially on a day off. I didn't have an option. Thank God I got a day off. 2 days, 2 extra days, so 5 days in total. I was looking at flights for Charles de Gaulle. I think if you go French B, I was looking up last minute. Basically, I was looking at it on Thursday morning for a Thursday night flight to Charles de Gaulle or Paris, anywhere in Paris. I think the prices for me returning deporting on Thursday night and returning on Sunday evening was around $1,400 or $1,800. I don't remember, but that's how high it was. If you're flexible like I was, I guess it's a good deal, last minute deal to depart and return when you need to. But I usually buy my tickets well in advance, around 6 to 8 months beforehand, where I get a solid price. Probably around, well, I used to get them for $900, $800, $700 sometimes, but I haven't really recently looked into buying it 6 months or 8 months ahead of time. And I do know the flights are more expensive than they used to be. Yeah, flights are expensive. But who needs to go to Paris when you can just walk over here using the N train, right? F train, N train. A train will get you here when they're not having issues, especially on a day that you work. So if I were to take a train on a Saturday, especially on a Sunday, it would probably take me 2 hours to just get here. And probably the train schedules would not have been consistent. So probably I would have to take several different trains to get here. That's how just the MTA rolls. And you're expected to know all of this ahead of time. They'll close down the whole line. I think the last time I was here, the Queen side, Astoria side, they just closed off the L line, W line. You ask people to use other methods of transportation. I think the R trains were also having issues, so the only way you could go into the city was taking the F train, at least from where I was. So you'd have to go to Queensboro Plaza, take the F train from there, and then head on your merry way if those trains were not packed and crammed because of all these constructions and issues that they had. They finally took off the fence that they had here. That's good. Very important. I guess you can construct things faster than usual. Yeah, that's a carousel over there. I'm not going to go in there right now. I'm going to go this way. This thing's gonna be a long walk. What is it? 30 minutes and the batteries haven't dropped yet. That's good. Also, I got probably 6, 8 different batteries for this. Amazon had a third-party battery. Amazon had a third-party battery. I think it's called New something. I don't know. I haven't used them yet, but they're in the backpack. $20 to $25 with taxes for a pack of 3 with a charger. The Sony ones I got from B&H yesterday. An extra battery with the charger, and that was $50, I think. $50, I think. I'm not sure. And the battery I read was manufactured in 2021. So that thing was just sitting on the shelf for a very long time. I also bought 2 used, almost new batteries from B&H for half the price of an unopened one. So let's see how that works. But those were dated middle and end of 2022. So those are fresher than the one that I bought new, if you can call it that. Right? But it seems like I don't have to do a battery change anytime soon, especially at 1080p. No overheating signs, nothing at all. So that's the bridge. Humid, quite humid. I don't know what the percentages are, but it is humid. And it's almost 12. 11:45. How about that? there's a Brooklyn bar. It says the world famous. I don't know how famous it is. Well, I don't go out that often, but I had no idea. So I walked past it one day, and there's tons of people. I think it was a Friday. Not sure. Tons of people. That's good. New York City is back, and that's what you need. There's more tourists. Keep the economy running. You know. Now the battery car goes now. I want to talk about it. But I have plenty of them. But to change it is a pain in the butt because I have to take it off the Zhiyun. Especially in a quick release of the Zhiyun. It's Rive River Cafe. Rive. We are in France, guys. Rive Cafe. Café Rive. Café de la Rive. Oui. Merci beaucoup. Oh, yeah. Nice. Finally some decor on that. With some flags. Nice. There's no World Cup going on it, hopefully that I'm not aware of. But I see that a lot. Decor. Putting flags. Oh, you know what it is? I just realized it's for all the tourists. Symbolize that they're welcomed here. I get it now. Makes sense. You want more foot traffic, especially with beers and stuff. What is it, like 10, 20 bucks? Which you can get for the grocery for 4. Yeah, it's the upsell. Well, you have to, right? Things are expensive. Hiring people is expensive. So things cost more, which I'm up for. I am up for paying people what they are worth. So if that makes me pay a little bit more, sure, why not? That is not an issue. It makes everyone's life better. Sec level 1. I thought those things were done. Are we still fighting terrorists? Hopefully not. Because that costs money. The heat is definitely getting to me. Ooh. In the shade, in the shade. Stay in the shade. Yeah, low tide. You can see every little thing that's underneath. Not bad. Just enjoying the sights. Very nice. I see a yacht back. Yeah, back to whatever I was talking about. Yeah. I don't remember what else to talk about? I definitely need to make up some bullet points. Oh yeah. Visibility isn't that great. As you can see, Staten Island, I can barely see it. I can barely see the Statue of Liberty, so it's not a good day to go there. Two tickets, unfortunately. There's nothing you can do about it. They do have seaplanes landing here once or twice. I don't know what the time schedules are, but they do have seaplanes, helicopters, especially on 34th Street. You see them sometimes from Gantry State Plaza. State Park, not Plaza. Always get that name. Let's walk through the shade a little bit. Get up. Points of interest. So, let's see. What have I not complained about? Yeah. Lodging complaints. I keep saying, New York City, best place, best city in the world. It has its problems, as you see every day. You hear me complain, but you know every city has its problems. This morning, good thing I didn't buy that flight to Paris. I hear they're arriving over police shootings, right? Police shootings in Paris, which has caused 150 arrests. And if the police arrest 150 people, these protests must be massive, because no one is gonna stand around to get arrested. And their protests months ago about increasing the retirement age, right? So every other day there's a protest. In 2016, I took a flight from London, a connecting flight from London to Paris, and that flight was delayed for 3 hours. No, not 3. Sorry, not 3. An hour and a half or 2 hours max, because the tower controllers, radar operators went on strike. We were just sitting in tarmac in Heathrow at probably 9 p.m. trying to find out what's going on. We finally reached Paris, but then it's a metro. By the time we reached there, it didn't work. So I had to take a taxi from Charles de Gaulle into Three Ducks. Yeah, Three Ducks. The hostel. Really good place. If you're looking for cheap places to stay, not cheap, value places to stay, Three Ducks. That's what I would recommend. And that cost me another 80 euros, I think, that day. So, yeah. Who knows what it would have cost me. And if I were even able to come back on a Sunday with all these things going around. Right? International travel. It is fun. It is a pain, especially with the languages. 2016, I did stay in Paris for a whole month. Final day, Bastille Day, I go to the Seines, sit there, relax, put my camera out, and this is a camera which contains all the pictures from the day. Not from the day, from all 30, all on the whole month, right? From the whole month. This guy, while I'm relaxing, having a great time. Paris is 30 days. Height of excitement. Bastille Day, that was the day. This guy comes up to me, starts talking, making chit chat. Yeah. French. Yeah. Oh, alright. Nice talking to you. Alright. It was great. I look to my left. No more camera. I ran immediately. A couple of people started saying, "Oh, did you see this camera? Did you see someone take it?" Everyone was like, "No." And everyone was like literally 3 meters away from me. Right? So no one's seen anything. I think there were some train police right there. I tell them, "Oh, I think I stolen camera stolen." They rush up. We're right next to a bridge. There's so many bridges in Paris. Rush up the bridge, and the guy was very distinctive because he was wearing white sunglasses with white clothing. Find him right away.
Oh.
But no camera, right? No camera. There goes my 30 day worth of pictures. And on Bastille Day, I was stuck at a precinct right underneath the Eiffel Tower, where I could hear the fireworks, but I had to wait until an interpreter could arrive and then take my police statement. The guy who talked me or distracted me kept on asking, "Did I take it? Did you see me take it? Did I take your camera?" I didn't answer, and I told him I don't remember what I told him, but I remember not answering his questions. Yeah, definitely didn't answer. You didn't take my camera, no. But he was put in inside, detained, and the interpreter came over, took my statement, and I was on my way at 1 or 2 p.m. But so the camera that I was so pissed off of, but the fact that I just lost 30 days worth of footage. So I went back to work, and I couldn't resist going back. So booked flights. 20 days later, I was back in Paris for a week, trying to recreate the whole thing. I would say this is, if you're into tennis or anything like it, this is a great place. Look at the views, you can beat the views. But you gotta go to Wembley and get this view? I think not, so nothing beats this view. Right? That's a great view. really, really good pictures, which you couldn't recreate. But you know, you gotta let go. This was in 2016. Almost 8 years ago. Bitter. Things that you regret as you get older. So, regretting a lot. But it is what it is. It makes you stronger. I don't keep my stuff afloat. I'm done. Goes right in the bag. Lessons learned. Thank you very much. Come back for some more. So that's why I want something light and small and not heavy. The camera I was using then was Nikon Z750 with Sigma 50mm 1.4. Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah. And that lens was too narrow, not enough wide field of view, right? Like this. So this is what you want, not a 50mm. This can zoom into 50mm, but I'm never going to be using it unless I want to focus on something down the line. But I do have that option to do so if I wanted to. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, as you can see, tourists are back in New York City. That's good. Or you can hear. I can definitely hear them more than see them. It's a good thing. Very good thing. I feel more confident in the economy. Things are back. Huh. You just missed the chopper going up. It's okay. We'll probably catch some more. Yeah. Really was not aware of this part of the city until I started looking up places to go or a staycation in New York City. Yeah, looks like a really, really nice place. But one thing I don't like is that you cannot open. What do you call it? You have to go to a bar for a drink. Now that's a problem. Freedoms. Where are my freedoms? But yeah, there are a lot of freedoms that we take for granted in the US. You know, and people don't really practice them. If you don't practice them, you tend to lose them, just like any other muscle. You gotta practice your rights, even though if it sounds absurd, you gotta do it. So to my left, there's a path through the grass, which is much better than walking in the middle of the day in the sun. But I think you don't get the views as you do walking through the foliage. Maybe I'll walk through it. Maybe I'll move right in. So that's Pier 2. I don't like Pier 2. Well, not that I don't like it, but I'm not going to walk to Pier 2, especially today, because it's basically a big playground. And most people are working, right? And people playing basketball, not really interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna walk through the foliage, try to beat the sun. Let's see if it works. Hopefully they have some sprays. Last time they had some spray of water, or if maybe that's a false memory. I don't remember. The smog isn't that bad. It's very muggy, quite muggy. Probably go to Pier 4 or Pier 3, one of those piers. maze inside. It's like a little garden in Versailles. Versailles I like because you can just buy a bottle of wine and just walk around. No problem. No one's gonna tell you nothing. Here, it's a big problem. Unfortunately. Fountain's up. That's good. I would love to take a shower, but don't have the towels to do it. It's so hot. Yeah. Lights, cameras, action. Yeah. Very peaceful. Very peaceful. Maybe by 6 or 7, we're gonna get some people coming in. See nice little things. Makes this park a delight. I'm surprised every time. Can I just walk over there? Maybe I can. Am I flexible enough? Did I have my liquids? Yes. Achievement unlocked. Walked over some rocks. Yeah. Lovely. Lovely. Whoever designed this, kudos. I'm not a designer. I don't know if they could have made it any better. I didn't go to the planning phase, but it is a delight to have something like this in the city. Right? Then you have the traffic over there. 3-layer sandwich. I hear that thing needs renovating. I haven't seen them renovate anything. BQE, I think that's the BQE. When I used to ride my motorcycle, oh god. Horrible. Horrible. I don't know why people would buy an R6 or an R1 and ride it in the city, because you can barely go over 30 without hitting a pothole. And if you do hit a pothole at 60, 70, 80, 90, good luck to you, sir. You're definitely gonna need a helmet. Yeah. People don't understand what they're doing when they are doing it. It's so absurd. You go at those speeds, especially in the city. I don't even know any cycles now, and I'm afraid to go any faster than 25. I don't even go down hills faster than anyone else, because I know I'm gonna hit something and flip right over. And wearing a helmet, it's not gonna do much. It's gonna protect your head, but what of yours? Spine, legs, and body. There's nothing stopping anything from damaging those vital organs. Yeah. If you are riding that fast in New York City, in the conditions that the streets are in, yeah, I don't want to say it. Good luck to you. That's all I'm gonna say. Good luck to you. Yeah, it's one thing riding an R1, RR, 1000 RR in Switzerland, right? They have a fine road system. Going up to 70, 60, 80, 90 is not a problem. But you're not there, and you are in New York City with the roads conditions. You're not gonna survive that long. Yeah. Pier 3, yes. this is as far as I go. Because Pier 4, I don't know what it is there, but there's nothing excitement there. And it's a long way from Pier 3. It takes a long time to get over there. And then I have to make a return journey back. This is all I need. This is all you want. Well, I don't know what you might want. I'm sorry, but yeah, all I need. You can see, it's a lovely view. Right? Lovely view. I don't need to go to Pier 4. I'm just gonna go through a maze in here, which feels like you're running through mazes in Versailles, but I haven't been to Versailles since 2018, so I do not know how better they are at this point in time. But I had a wonderful experience there. I wish I had a wider lens. I wish I had this technology, but I'll make it up next year. Probably next year. I'm planning on getting on a plane, buying tickets for Bastille Day 2024. Look at this. You gonna play a game? Polo, Marco. Definitely, this is the place. Lost? Bear with me. I have to look around corners, see if there's anyone around, so I don't bump into them. Yeah. Nice little stop area. Right. Yeah, battery's down to half, so probably will have to switch it after I get out. Yeah, someone's having their lunch over here. I'm not gonna bother them. Yeah, nice little shaded area if you want to have your lunch. Yeah, we're gonna take a left here because there is a spot which I think is funny and weird at the same time. So here we go. If you've seen me walks, I've seen this place probably 3 or 4 times, but it's always interesting to see if anyone actually sits there or not. Bunch of chairs in a circular pattern. So. Yeah. So even with this, right now my arms are a little wonky. I can imagine what it would be like with the ZV-1 and the DJI RS3 Pro Mini. Oh man, that's funny how to name it. You know, I just shorten it a little bit because I don't think anyone expects them to say these things out loud. Only morons do, like me. But yeah, it is funny. Nice little green area. No one's here right now, but it usually attracts more people. I guess during golden hour or after 5. Yeah, we're gonna take this exit out. Great place for a picnic. Shaded with umbrellas. They didn't have to put umbrellas. Good thing that they did. Shoppers again, lining to land. Ah, look at that yacht. Yeah. See, this is what I mean. People usually have barbecues back there, and that's a huge yacht. People are homeless. Some people have large yachts. No comment on that, but it's just an observation people would like to, or I would like to make. This is as far as I'll go today. So. Walking back. I guess I'll take the train at York and J, right? As long as it's gonna take an hour. But I do have to change the battery on this thing. Almost out. We have a taxi, the yellow cab on the river. Here. Seagull too. Am I catching it? Am I catching it? I don't know. Hopefully. Yeah, that's interesting. Is it a tugboat? I don't know. Alright, well, put this down and do a battery swap. Alright. Oh, there goes some jet skis. I wouldn't trust the water. And definitely, hopefully, close your mouth while in that water. Do not want anything from that water in my system. No matter how fun that looks, you're not gonna get me into that water. Else you'll rebound. What are they trying to catch up to each other? I guess. Yeah, another shot. Another one getting up. And that's the helipad right there. South Point. Bowling Green. I don't know if it's actually called South Point, but I definitely know there's Bowling Green right down there. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I did pick up the name when I swapped the batteries. It's New Mio. I think, if I remember it correctly. New Mio. 25 bucks for a pack of 3. So I just put a fresh one in. I fully charged it yesterday, so let's see how long that lasts. Because I know with these batteries you can't really test it as if in bursts, because it'll give you full meter reading, and then when it's done, all those bars will immediately start dropping as the voltage goes down. So you have to test it from start to stop. And since the other Sony battery, the brand new one which came with this camera, was almost done, I don't know what percentage, but it did move to the last bar when I took it out. This is the return point, so it should be the same amount of time by the time I go back to J Street. Yeah, the sun is beating down on me. I don't like it in the summer. I do like overcast days, but then it's not good for filming. Yeah, the sun damages skin in more ways than you would know, or anyone would tell you. And all these lotions and creams that you want to put I'm brown, so I think I'm well protected without those creams, sunscreen. But long-term damage is gonna creep up when you get older. Choppers in the air. I just noticed HBO put up Predator, the original one. I watched it when I was very young. I didn't catch the beginning, or I don't remember the beginning of the movies and stuff like that. But yeah, the beginning of that movie is very good. I didn't rewatch the whole thing. I got to the part where they go into the camp, and that's it. I stopped, but it's a good movie. It's a good rewatch. Just that I don't want to sit at home, watch TV on days off like this, right? Especially on an off day like this. Maybe on federal holidays, because then the trains and nothing is ever working as expected. So those days I would just sit at home. These days I don't even turn on the AC because it's so expensive. I don't want my bill to be $300. So yeah, I just turn on the fan, put on the TV, and just keep rolling with the flow. Yeah, I like the little walk from there. That little sidewalk. If you were to exit from the other side, you'd have that sidewalk. It's a nice little walk. Pier 2. More people getting in there. People playing basketball, paddleball, racquetball, basketball. Did I say basketball? I think I said basketball. I probably said basketball 5 times. I'm not good at basketball. Basketball is not my thing. All I know is Kobe, because people throw stuff in CSGO and it's called a Kobe. I don't think it has to do anything with the beef. I'm kidding. I know what Kobe is, but yeah. I don't know any of the players that are in the NBA. Steph Curry, I know that guy. I know Michael Jordan. Who doesn't know Michael Jordan? I know James. Is it Rick James? I know he's called King James. Forgot his name. I literally forgot. It's not coming to me. I know he's James. James something. Definitely not James Cameron. James Cameron. He was in all those Burger King commercials. King James. Yeah, that guy. Anyway. That's a nice view of the floor. See that? 3 stacks. As you can see, anyone can see. You don't have to be an engineer to tell that this thing needs repair, maintenance. Rusting, cracking, at least new paint. Put on some paint. Fix it. Fix it before it falls apart. Just like in I-95. The whole bridge just collapsed. Infrastructure bill. You know? Stop talking about it and get it done. Get it done. Billions and billions of dollars spent on destruction, but you won't spend it to create the infrastructure that this country needs, or just to maintain it. We're just riding off of people who built it, and that's the end of that. And that is why this country will be in trouble. if it doesn't get its act together. It's not in trouble yet. We're far better than any other place in the world. It has its problems. Every place has its problems. No place is perfect. But in my honest opinion, this is one of the greatest places on this planet. For a person like me, who's not doesn't have thousands of dollars, let alone millions or billions of dollars in their bank accounts, this is a great place to be. Lots of protections, lots of freedoms, and those things are not, and you're not excluded, or those protections are not willingly taken away from you just because you don't make $1 million a year. Even people that make $1 million a year, they're probably going to complain about something that I'm not aware of. But you know, you go to Europe, Switzerland, Scandinavian countries where people say, oh, so life is so much better. Okay. In my opinion, this is one of the greatest places on earth. And it still can be. It still can be. It is, not can be. Can be is not the right word. Into the future. It can be well into the future. All this talk about China, Russia, and all these places taking over. First time I've been to China was an Air China flight to Japan, right? The flight, I took the China flight because it literally cost me $500 for a round trip from New York, JFK, to Haneda, Tokyo. $500. Can beat it. But you know, they're stealing your information. During transit, you have to go through security, and all these people know what to say is charger. Yeah, I think this is right. Wi-Fi. Charger, Wi-Fi. No, so this is not the right place. Yeah, this is exiting. Charger, Wi-Fi, charger. And the security person started speaking Chinese to me as if I'm Chinese. There's nothing wrong being Chinese, but I don't speak the language. I'm like, no Chinese. I don't speak it. And she smiles and says, you sure? In English. Passport. To the passport. She scans the passport. I don't know if they're actually copying it and keeping a database. Probably they are. It's a police state, so they are probably scanning and keeping it for their records. And that's why they have these cheap fares from these foreign countries where they do not have information. So if I am to buy a ticket from Air China, they're probably scanning in my data. You basically are selling your passport and your identity to the Chinese government, and they're paying you back with a discounted airfare. It is what it is. I can't afford an ANA flight into Japan. I could buy it, but then I will lose out on other things that I need to do during this trip. So I understand what I'm doing, but you also have to understand why things are cheaper than their competitors, because I don't know how you're gonna make money. $500 a seat, but I did buy it 7 months in advance, right? So that was the deal. When we take off from Japan, I paid attention to the announcement that these people were making, security announcement. These are automated messages that they play, right? Your safety and security is good for us, put on your seatbelts, yada yada yada. And I heard, you're being recorded. And we can keep this keep the recordings as long as we want, and we keep it for internal security purposes. Basically, I'm paraphrasing what they were saying, but basically you are being recorded and we're going to use it against you if you do anything inappropriate. That's basically what the announcement was. I was surprised. I never heard that before. But at least they tell you you're being recorded. It's funny. And when the first time when I was going to Japan, we had to land in Beijing. So the air quality in Beijing, I don't know if you've ever been to Beijing, but the smog that we had here, it's the same, I would say, same amount of smog. A couple of last month we had from Canadian wildfires, same amount of smog, but imagine that every 3 days, every week of your life. How can you say that China, who cannot even control their air quality, is going to take over and compete with the US? How is that even possible? The reality on the ground is much different from what you see or hear from the media spouting out things. The media is going to say the Chinese are coming, obviously, because they want the money, right? They want more investment into things that we don't really need, and that we know the Chinese can compete, but they need the money. Because all this, without the money, all the investments dry up. So you need to compete always, even though you know you're well beyond your competitor's capability. And the Chinese are just gonna say, oh yes, we're so much better. We're so much better, look at us, yes. And they say, what, it's a sleeping dragon? Yeah, come on now, sleeping dragon. Just like Russians were, right? Before they went into Ukraine. Sleeping bear. It was a sleeping bear. Yeah, Putin was just giving bad advice. What are you gonna do in a system where dissent puts you in jail? Right? You saw that guy. We saw that guy. The KGB. Not KGB. I'm sorry. FSB. There we go. FSB chief. He was being grilled. by Putin. Well, so what are you saying? Our military is not capable of taking over Ukraine with the grin, you know? He's like, no, sir. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Then after the invasion, he arrests FSB agents. Not because they were lying, not because they're telling him the truth, but because they were lying or reporting false information. So when you say Putin doesn't know what he's doing, obviously he knows what he's doing, because he's making decisions just like anyone else based on what he's told. Invading Ukraine was a mistake, but you cannot pull out. That's not how the Russian system works. Fortunately, only a strong man can be in charge of Russia or similar places in Eastern Europe, just like with Beloshchenko. people out right now. What is it, 12:30 for lunch? Yeah, lunchtime. Brunch time. Good. More people out and about. This is a nice view. Back in the shade. Cafe Rivera Reeve Cafe. I don't know, it's fun. Yeah, so what was it talking about? Politics. Okay, let's move over from international politics because that's what I specialize in. Or that's what my brain focuses on. Analysis. What's more fun stuff to talk about? This is a nice place to be. Right underneath the bridge. Tons of shade. That's what I needed. Shade. Yeah, someone just gave me victory sign. Fortunately, I was not facing that way, but yeah, that's good to see. You know, friendly people. Why are you scared of camera? Makes sense to me, but you know, easily you can just move out of the picture if you really wanted to. You don't have to confront anyone with a camera. So that's the last thing you want to do. Because then the picture is all over. Even reported. Quite nice. You gotta do here. Yeah. The guy was doing figure eights and hit that sign. Yeah. Oh, why? Yeah, that guy right there. Funny. That's why you gotta, you know, practice your skills before actually attempting to do beforehand. Absolutely a good day. A little humid. A good day.
Thanks, Michelle.
Friday. need a water break, but I'm too. My hands are too full to grab the bottle from the back. Should have done it when I changed the batteries. User error. User error.
But you guys are cool now.
No overheating. The sun is beating, but the thing is at 1080p, right? And I prefer 1080p because I do not want the crop, the 1.1 crop that you might get with the 4K 24. And also, I don't think I'll be able to get such good battery out of it. Hey, look, it's a group of another jet skiers. Zhiyun is not strong enough for me to flip the screen, so I can't really see what's going on. But what I can see is it's the lens element's moving, and it's at should be at 18 millimeters, back to 18 millimeters. But its full white capacity was at 50. Jet skis going around. Yeah, this is New York City. Even on the water, it's just rushing. And then you have the ferry right there. God knows what. Yeah. Everybody has to give way to the jet skiers. Could definitely take the ferry back to Astoria. Melting Pot, that's the name of that ferry. Yeah, but I think I'm fine or good enough with F train. It's running smooth. It's on a weekend. I mean, on a weekday, Friday, almost the weekend. It's not bad. Should run smoothly. And it'll also give me some time to test this whole thing. Battery. The new Mew. The new Mew. M-E-O. Meow. I don't know. Is it meow? I have no idea. Well, I do, but I did forget. You have an idea. Yeah, thank God they took out this fence. Such a lovely view. The bus park right there with two diggers. I don't know, I'm not in construction management. I know my roommate from college is going to disagree as to what they are. It definitely is a barge. It's not a bus. It's a barge, but I don't know if they actually called diggers or not. Yeah, I see those pylons being plumbed in when you want that thing to be stationary, right? So it's planted right into the ground. Yeah, I think that's the N train, or some kind of train. So N trains have a really good view of the city when you're going into Brooklyn. So I think that's what it is, the N train. Yeah, you see people walking past it. I think it's Manhattan Bridge. That's what it is, the Manhattan Bridge. Not the Williamsburg. The Williamsburg is a couple of miles up front from here. It's right next to Domino Park, which I can go using a cycle from Astoria. It doesn't take more than half an hour to do. right? Yeah, more people on the ground. That's good. I'm gonna be walking back basically from Main Street. You know what, I've never been this way. You know what, I don't want to go that way. I don't want to go down that way. Because I like this way. I like the sights. Yeah, that looks more like a commercial area. Not for me. Was out by 10:30 and now it's 1 o'clock almost, and I should be back by 2. So not a bad day's walk around town. On a day off. I don't know how long this thing recorded for, but probably for 2 hours. Not yet, but an hour and a half definitely. So I guess you get 90, well, no, not 90, I don't know. I have to double check, but with the full battery and you run it down, probably get around 80 minutes at least. Right? Yeah, I don't know why cars come in to this street. They just shouldn't. Because they know you're gonna get hit by so much traffic. Right? So why even bother? As you can see, why even bother coming down this road? Why are you driving down this road? You can't drive through it. Just go to the next block. Who are you dropping off or picking up here? If you are dropping off and picking up people here, now you know not to. This is going to cost you 20 minutes of aggravation because people are taking pictures. It's a lovely sight to take pictures. I wouldn't expect anything else. So we're walking down Adams Street now. Construction. Goddamn. Construction. Yeah, like this street. There's no traffic here. Right? Should stop the ND filter here. Shutter speed's going down, and also the ISO is bumping up down to 2000, 3000. With the ND filter, probably it'll be this 3-stop, 4050. This will test the low light noise again. Just transitioning from the sun to shade. on J Street. I'm gonna walk to York and take the train back. Maybe I'll get off at 21st Queensboro. I don't know. It's a walk. Maybe I can take the bus from there. Not sure. But I have options. I can get off at 34th at the end. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll get off at 34 and take the end, because since it's a weekday, everything should be working as expected. No surprises. Let me cross over. Cross over again. Big guy that wears masks on the train. I know you don't have to wear masks, that's what government says, but how can you not wear a mask in the New York City subway? I do not understand. It's a personal choice, but yes, I don't wear a mask outdoors, even with the smog levels high, because I've been to China. I know what's that like. But yeah, on the subway, no way are you gonna tell me don't wear a mask and it's safe. Yeah. Alright guys, I guess I'm gonna stop it here. I see some stairs where I can place it down, put it in the bag, and call it a day. Hopefully this was helpful. Alright, I guess I changed my mind. I did have a half a bottle of warm, room temperature water, and had some energy to walk back. I figured, since I was testing the battery, why not? Also, this will give me another chance at the dynamic range of this thing. I'm in the shade, the thing's still saying that the highlights are blown up. My zebras are at 95% IRE, so I might be able to pull some of it back, but yeah. Convenience, portability versus dynamic range. Hopefully in a couple more years they'll have a DJI Pocket all-in-one gimbal that has an 1-inch sensor, right, comparable to this, and all I need is that. I do have DJI Pocket 2. The dynamic range is not that great on that, but I love it. It's small, put in my pocket, good to go. I don't need anything more than. The problem is that it's internal battery, so you have to buy two of them for continuous recording. Or you can stick an USB power bank to it, but then again, you have the wire. There's a wire coming out of you. People are gonna look, what is that? Where is there a wire stuck to this thing? So you can go for 2 hours, I think, on that without it being recharged. For this, you can just quickly swap the battery. I should have said thank you, Sony, for leaving the battery replaceable, because they could have easily just said, no, we're gonna have micro SD and internal battery. Called it a day. For me, the long term, long content, that doesn't work out well. So I am at 21st and 39th Ave in Queens, walking over to Broadway. So it's going to take me at least 20 minutes or so. You can see what you might expect if you are walking down 21st Street. There's nothing much here other than warehouses and auto body repair shops. Right? Yeah. See washing fluids and everything all over the place. Not all over the place today since it's so hot, but it's cool enough. You'll see a lot of liquids, blue, yellow, green colored, all over the place. So I don't think it's maybe it seeps into the groundwater. But New York City again. They have built a couple of hotels. I don't know about hostels, but I know there are some hotels here that are easily accessible to the 7 line and the F line. So it's convenient for people. I don't know how expensive they are, but it's more convenient than having to rent a room in Manhattan. Just take the train and you're in the city, if the trains are running, within 20 minutes or so. Or even less, if you're just going from Queensboro to Lexington, that's just one stop. Should take less than 5 minutes theoretically. But yeah, who knows? Yeah, there's a road rage thing going on over there. But I'm not gonna film. That's not what I do. But yeah, that's funny. Things like that always happens in New York City, right? Again, as I said yesterday, the guy drove up literally a millimeter from me into the middle of the sidewalk, and he thinks it's normal to do that. Yeah. Yeah, enforcement is a big problem here. Whether you have an extreme on both ends. A simple stop ends with choking, or there's no stops at all. So both are wrong, you know. But those are what are depicted every day. And every day, those are not the norms. That's not what happens. But yes, it is a tough beat in New York City. In Manhattan View, yes, but there's another hotel right there. Yeah. So, location isn't perfect. I don't know how sketchy it is at night. I won't be vlogging here at night. I will be walking, but you won't see any valuables with me when I am walking. There are some police station, I don't know what they call it, areas. I don't think it's a precinct, maybe it is a specialized precinct, but right into Ravenswood. So you have some kind of presence here, but you know, enforcement, as I keep saying, is an issue. If you're not going to enforce, or if you are going to extremely enforce something unlawful, what are you going to do? Can't really do much about that. Anyway, just walking towards 21st Street. Oh, it's facing this way.
Right.
Sure.
Man, cut this bike, man.
What is that bike?
#1 YouTuber right here, man.
Thank you.
Hold up. This is the Pix F1. It's good. It's from
Where'd
China.
you get it from? Oh, okay.
China. 2 months to get it. 45 km. It's good.
But do you have to, I guess, fix it yourself? Do you?
Yeah, I fix it myself.
Oh, okay.
They're trying to jerk you to bike stores.
Yeah.
I do everything myself.
Okay, that's good.
First I go there, I say, yo, can you fix this? I look. I say, oh, nothing, man, I'll do it.
Oh, yeah. It's
home
always
and do it
cheaper that
myself.
way. How much do they
Yo,
charge you to do
subscribe
it?
to this guy's channel.
Thank you. You have a good day, man.
I pay $1,800. The original price online,
Okay.
I only pay $8.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's a
good
good
fucking
price.
scooter, man.
Yeah, but you know those charging things sometimes it's a problem with
Nah.
lithium ions.
You gotta be smart.
Okay.
This ain't gonna do it.
Okay.
This here,
Yeah.
I unplug it.
Yeah.
When I charge it, the charger say green, I'm done.
Okay, that's it.
Unplug
Leave it alone.
everything.
Yeah.
Unplug
That's
everything,
the
even the
smart.
battery.
Yeah. Don't leave
Yeah.
it charged overnight. That's the problem.
Tubeless tire, you could put the plugs in it
Yeah.
if you want to fix it.
It works. Have a good day, brother.
man.
Take care. Cool dude. Talking about e-bikes. E-bikes is fun to ride. Haven't ridden one, but I always see them when I'm cycling. So that's fun. Green light, red light. Let's play that game. Well, let's not play that game. Let's slowly walk over. So as you can see, a lot of auto shops. Loop exit, I don't know, 21st loop, but yeah. This is where you go, I guess, if you want your car fixed, washed, repaired. This is the area. I don't know how expensive they are, but definitely not as expensive as you might find it in the city. I don't even know if they have it in the city. They have tons of competition. I don't know if it's owned by a couple of guys or it's owned by as individual owners. Yeah, you need your car wash, car repaired, brakes done. 21st Street. 21st Street, 37th Ave, right? Wish it was a little bit cooler today. A little bit, like 5 degrees. I got lucky. Summer didn't start until a couple of weeks ago. It's nice and cool. Didn't even have to turn on the fans. Those days are gone. Now it's the days for people that love the heat. Love the heat. Yeah. I'm gonna go home, take a shower, call it a day. Upload this. Probably will process 1080p within 3 or 4 hours. And ready to go. Right? No, you can't always wait for the signal to turn white in here, so you just have to make a call. Either you walk out fast or you run fast, but you get there. You can't just wait for the signals to turn white. That's not how you do it in New York City. You're supposed to. You're supposed to. But you know, you gotta go somewhere. You're walking here. I'm walking here. Alright, Ravenswood, nice little place. Yeah, residential area. We got Department of Sanitation right across the street. It's probably a depot, equipment depot. So that's where they will probably all keep their garbage trucks and snow plowing machines. Oh, look at that. The little flowers here. Very nice. Very cool. I hope they're real. They look real. If they are, they're blossoming. It's very nice. Very nice. Look at that. Nice colors. Not bad. Yeah, little flying watercraft. I guess it's looking for land. in the water. That was a very tight turn. I don't know how comfortable that is for the passengers. But yeah, that was quite a tight turn. Sanitation. They have a huge warehouse, it looks like. Again, it's an equipment depot. This is what it's. Frank Justice? I've noticed it. Garage, District 1. Sanitation Garage, District 1. There you go. To be very precise. I like this brick tower. It's funny. It's quite funny. I'll show you the sign. So that's the sign. It is. It's a public safety hazard. But then you see these antennas all over town. Hopefully it's not radiating my brain. Probably is, but you know, slow cook frogs in hot water. Inconvenient truth. Too old, I guess. That was a good movie. That was a great movie. But have we changed anything? Maybe. I don't know. Well, I definitely feel it's getting warmer. I hear it in the news. But I don't know if anything has changed yet. Global warming, yeah. It's going to be a serious problem, especially people, humanitarian refugees that are trying to escape. They already are. I think the US government already knows this, and now they're trying to get all the young people they can, skilled labor from these countries that are bound to be affected by global warming very soon. Very soon. I'll say 9 to 8 years. 9 to 8 years, that's what I give for us to see actual effects. Everyday news. We already get news concerning hurricanes, flooding, tornadoes, warm weather, cold weather, unexpected weather, right? So it's just going to intensify. These things are going to intensify. And you'll see it more in the news because people don't realize it unless they hear it on the news. Oh, I saw it on the news. The media is not going to cover it because it is gonna make the corporations look bad. Oh yeah, it's too late for changes. 2 degrees centigrade, right? We're well past that. Everybody knows it. Why even bother? It's already irreversible. It is too late. So just live your life. Live your life. Be good to others. Be good to yourself. And that's the trick. That's the magic trick. Being good. Should I get some Popeyes? I see Popeyes right across. I did get their chicken sandwich 2 weeks ago. One thing I didn't like was pickles. I don't know. It just changes the flavor somehow. But then I realized Chick-fil-A also put pickles in the sandwiches. After I ate Popeyes, I was confused. This doesn't taste good. Oh, it must be the pickles. But then, right after, I was eating Chick-fil-A Spicy Deluxe without cheese. And it also contains pickles, but it tastes good. so I have no idea. I guess I'll save some money and eat some lentil soup with bread. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, people say, hey, you don't gain weight. I'm like, yeah, because I don't eat enough. That's why I don't gain weight. While I'm walking, talking, holding things up. That's the secret. Especially as you get older, you gotta stop eating your food intake. So you'll see you'll bloat out pretty fast. But yeah, just don't eat, and you'll be good. You won't gain any calories. Simple as that. Now I don't know if you're gonna be healthy. That's a different question. But you'll definitely not gain weight, right? Yeah, Popeye's right across. Burger King right across. Oh man, very tempting. Quite tempting. I guess not today. You're not gonna get me today. I'm on vacation. Staycation. Trying home food. Home food. Yes, I have plenty of home food that are going to waste if they don't eat it. The trick is some Coke. I tried decreasing my sugar intake. Oh man, that's a tough journey, especially if you work every single day. At 9 to 6 I used to work, yeah, 9 to 6. It's hard. I was trying no sugar and no caffeine diet. Yeah man, that was tough. I wasn't happy. My mental state was bad. Yeah, as soon as I start drinking Coca-Cola, Pepsi, something, soda, it's back. Yeah, much happier, much calmer, I would say, not stressed out or anxiety, but it does affect my health in the long term. But in the short term, if you're working, people expect you to be happy and jumpy all the time. You know, that's what you're getting paid for. You don't get paid for sitting still. Unfortunately, maybe some places you do. I think, yeah. Universal wage. That'd be something fun. But then you'll have increased prices because everyone has money to buy things. So you can't really have universal wage without considering inflation. Nothing comes free. Everything has a cost. Cost to benefit analysis. That's why we have those, right? At least egg prices are back to normal. I bought some this morning. I think I paid $1.75 for Jumbo, a dozen. Yeah, so that's good. Alright guys, so that's it. Battery level down 1 notch. So I'm expecting this thing to go for another 45 minutes. But maybe next time.